What's up, everybody? My name is 6 Minutes. I'm at OKC. I'm here at Good Credit Records studio. We're over at 3927 North Styles. And man, it's kind of, we got podcast studio, as you can see.
Yeah.
My man had to get some more footage to show, what we're doing over here. We're doing a lot of animation situations, you know what I mean? Just kind of try to stay busy, man.
Okay.
In between that and, trying to keep up with this music stuff.
Right. Now, when did you start doing production, 6 Minutes?
Man, production.
Or when could you remember? Okay, yeah, I really want to start doing.
Yeah,
producing production.
Yeah. Well, bro, I had my partners. We had a little rap group, bro. That was my first introduction to making some beats like sequencing and shit.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. What was you working on if you can remember?
Well, I didn't have the equipment, bro. We was going to MD. Shout out MD.
Ooh,
on me. Yeah,
MD,
man. Shout out MD.
MD. Okay.
That boy Micah, man.
Micah,
that boy
MD.
Micah, man.
Yep.
And,
Now, was that when he was at the Gold Dome?
That was at the Gold Dome.
There you go, sir. Off of 23rd.
So he was on the core, the M1 or some shit.
Yep.
On me.
Yep.
So yeah, man, nigga go in there and sequence a little something, and that's all we knew. But it was crazy because at the time, your money was your time.
Right.
And that boy was on the Maydats, man. So
he
that
had
was your time,
he had 3 ADATs,
yeah,
didn't he?
man. He had a nigga going buying VCR tapes and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wouldn't stop when you stopped him. Kept running
man,
when you go.
Technology's done some shit.
It
man.
has done it. It done it.
But that was my first, me and my guys, man. We had a little song, man, and it was called "Children of the World," bro.
Okay.
And that was my first, to a studio, without me having to, because the other I was just sitting in my room.
Okay.
Just banging out. I had a little death row organ, bro.
Okay.
Little short organ, had the bass popping on the feet with a Yamaha RS something though.
Wow.
So I had the Yamaha plugged into the organ, bro.
Oh, okay. So
was
you
nasty.
vicious. That's why you so vicious with these keys.
Yeah, it was nasty. Yeah, because everything back then had to be visual.
Exactly.
Now you got loops and so, man, it's love now, man.
Right.
You have to work as hard.
So how long have you been producing in the producing game? Like, would you say my professional time in the game is this many years? How many years would you say?
Shoot, man, I give it a hard little 15, 20, man.
15?
15, 20.
15, 20
15
years?
good though.
Okay,
just as far as a steady with the microphone, you
right.
know. I mean, 20 is good, man.
Okay.
Because 10 and all that other shit, man, you just learning.
Right.
Trying to yearn the skill, because, like you say, I'm like Kanye say, my shit hadn't always sounded like this.
right.
Yeah, you listen to old shit you do, you be like, man,
It came a long way.
Yeah, but some of it be good ideas.
Yeah.
You be like, man, I can't believe how you made that bullshit. But it's all love.
It's all love, man.
Yeah.
How old are you, 6 Minutes?
I'm 48, bro.
48. Don't even look it, man.
No, man.
Yo, you the seasoned vet.
See, damn it, that Lowry's is holding on, man. Shit. Hey, that damn Lowry's is holding on. That seasoned is all, man.
Yeah.
Ran the right thing. Man.
Okay, so how many instruments do you play, if you play any?
Yeah.
And what would be your favorite instrument that you feel the most comfortable on?
I mean, man, really just nothing too much. I mean, more of a producing background, you know what I'm saying? I come from the drums, you know what I mean? I came from the drum pass. Drums in high school. I was in the band.
Okay, what school?
Millwood, man.
Okay, Millwood.
Blind, man, yeah. And then, that's a funny story real quick.
Okay.
I, motherfucker threw me on a trumpet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I got to get off of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And so come out, we ended up switching teachers, man. I was like, here's my chance. Boom.
Right.
Slid in and out. Even now I think about it now because you think about all that repetitious playing. Because think if I would never spent none of that time learning drum music. I mean, nigga could read that shit. Back in his younger day, I could read that shit.
Damn.
And still lightweight can. It'd be kind of probably slow, but
right. Knock the rust off.
But just to know that you could read that. I mean, I probably wouldn't have been experienced none of that, and that probably wouldn't be able to transform into this music, man. Them drums and all that type of deal. I mean, playing a horn. I mean, who's to say? But
right.
I've always had some rhythm on that, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now your keyboard playing is super dope. Now, so How long have you been playing the keys?
Bro, that been just self-taught, man.
Now, is that playing in church?
No, sir.
No church. Okay.
No church. Just drums, man.
Just drums.
I just play drums in the church house.
Okay.
But I never could, I just thought it was so sophisticated.
Okay.
I thought, to learn those keys,
right.
those different transposing and, all those different progressions. There was, I had ones, in the church house, man, they play that little old situation, and, man, they get up and fly off. You know what I mean? But, I just thought that stuff was just, it's too hard to learn on it. So I just always wanted to play what I could feel.
Okay.
So doing that for a long time and learning other tricks and, situations, and then just learning how to, basically make that song, the breaks and all that.
Right.
I wanted to be more into like a studio feel versus a church feel.
Okay.
So, I just transformed that into, that.
Okay. So here's a good question right here. What would you define your music style or your production style? Now, I know you touch a lot of different genres, but if you was to sum it up for someone who goes, well, what sound can I get from you if I am getting beats from you or getting production from you? What would your answer be on that?
I mean, I'm always for whatever the consumer is, but just for one that would come by and maybe listen or whatever, they're gonna be more like laid back.
Okay.
And that could be for trap, pop, whatever.
Right.
I'm more of a feel good.
Right. So it's gonna still be your personality injected in
For
whatever vibe it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I call it a life is good vibe.
That's tight.
Life is good vibe. You know what I mean? Something you feel and you feel that, man.
Right.
You feel it. And that's kind of for anybody else that's doing something. The first thing is to feel it. It's like the first 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. They need to feel it. You know what I mean? Whether it's an intro, whatever. It's got to be intriguing.
Right.
Pull you in, and
Here's a good question right here. How many artists have you been working with from that's not even in the city, but just since you've been really with the foot on the gas? Give us some names of some artists that you had the pleasure of doing production for.
Man, shoot, man, shout out to Wayne in this thing, man.
Okay.
I had a good run with him, man. We did a single, and he had a good run. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Shout out to T-Rail. I did a couple of songs with him. That did pretty good. It was a good sound. It was a good, definitely learning experience. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dealing with somebody that's in and out of the industry. However you want to call that.
Right.
Let me see. I got another guy, Golden Child. He's another guy I've been doing. He raps and he does R&B.
Okay.
But he's somebody that's on the radar. He's on Southern Life Entertainment.
Okay.
But he's independent, but he's consistent. He tries to be consistent. He drops stuff all the time. So between that and just other guys, man. I could go on and on, man, but it's kind of like.
But those are just some of the names that you dropping there.
Yeah,
that you
man.
had the pleasure of getting down with.
Because it could happen with anybody.
Right.
The DC Young Fly joint was real.
Okay. See.
That was a good.
See, they gotta know.
Yeah.
This resume that you have built up,
yeah,
man. You know what I mean?
Well, shit.
There you go.
Them boys in Las Vegas, man. Them boys, man, what's that boy, man? Man, I gotta find that boy. I just brought him up, bro.
You gotta bring him up. Come on, bring him up, big dog.
Hold on, let me bring them boys up. Them boys is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, man.
Okay.
The Miss Gorgeous record label, man. I love it. Shout out to them guys, man. They, that's how when I was, between here and there and out there at Castle Row, man. Shout out to Castle Row. Shout out to Chris Cutter, throwing the alley-oops, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Has a cow.
Yeah, shout out to, hitting my boy Heads, that boy, what's the boy, bro, that's out there with him? The other producer guy that's out there with him, man. Damn, I don't Man, he gave me all the fucking sound. Can't think his fucking name.
It'll come to
Hamza. That boy Hamza.
Hamza.
Yeah, that boy Hamza, man. The whole Castle Road, man. Luke,
yeah, so that's Waveform 7. That's the whole Waveform 7.
Yeah, the whole Waveform, man. The boy Luke, you know. Shoot, man, all them boys out there, man. Castle Road. Shout out to Castle Road.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, I first heard of you, which was about a year ago, through Boy Dog.
That's right.
And
shout out to
Boy Dog. And so I was at the studio and we was working, and then you call and you be like, "Hey, I want you to hear this. I want you to check this out." And I said, he's like, "Man, that's 6 minutes." I was like, "Who's 6 minutes? I don't know 6 minutes, man." And then so you call again the next week, you know. I was like, "Man, tell him to come over here, man." And so you was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get out there with y'all, man." And then you finally pulled up, and you came downstairs, man, and started making a beat, man. I said, "Man, this dude is cold-blooded."
Come on, man.
I said, "This dude is cold-blooded, man." Because now, let me say why I'm saying this, because check this out. Every time you call, you would play something, but you would be talking about a different DAW, a different software, a different plug-in, a different something. So I know a lot of cats, I don't say no names, but I know a lot of cats who they know every different plug-in and the different update of the software, whether it's Splice, you know, everything, but they still are whack. I mean, you know what I mean? The beats don't convert to all of the shit that they fucking use, right?
That's right.
And so, you know, I was like, well, man, I was like, I ain't never heard nothing from 6 minutes, man. That's what I see. Boy, was I shocked, man. Boy, was I shocked. I was surprised, man. And I was like, yo, this dude is dope, man. And you just came down, you were just so laid back, so cool and shit, man. And I was like, oh, yeah. I gotta work for 6 minutes, man. We gotta do something. We gotta do something together, man. I definitely dig that. Let me ask you something. Who are some of your influences first in Oklahoma? Yeah, in Oklahoma City, and then you can kind of segue to, you know, industry cats that you know that you heard and was like, yo, I like this style. I took a little of that. I took a little of this. I took a little of that. Who would you say in the city that you would probably say, okay, yeah.
In the city and take something from?
First in the city. Well, not take nothing from, but who kind of inspired you to go, okay, yeah, I want to do that too.
Okay, yeah, as far as beat man, shout out Mark Murray, man.
Okay, Key Tech,
man. He's the one that shout everybody. Because, you know, he knew I didn't really, he knew I could do it, but he knew I didn't know the aspects of it, so he would always hit me up with, bro, I give you these points, and we can do. You know, he was talking music to me, but you know, I carry myself like I knew, but I knew motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? So I didn't know nothing, man, but I act like I knew, and I'd make beats and carry myself, you know, because everybody's making music, man.
Yeah.
You know, putting something out. But you know, back then we didn't have to worry about it because we could press our own CDs and that type of shit. So I did come from that.
Okay.
You know. Okay. So shout out my partner Side. You know what I mean? Shout out D Side. And you know, we could press our own situation, man. So back then shit was a lot different. But we weren't as advanced and, you know, as certain studios, you know, like he used to be down here on Wildwood and he had the top notch of the top notch. But I would say him from the city, shout out Corsi. Okay. Shout out Tony C, man.
Tony C.
Another guy had a CD
Another vet.
Juiced me up, man. And you know, then I met Cutter being young.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Cutter was a young cat.
Cutter was a prodigy.
YC back then.
Yeah, see, Cutter was a prodigy of Key Tech.
That's correct. Correct. You know, but see, I met him through somebody else totally different. Shout out to my partner Mel. Shout out to my nigga Mixmaster. And this one I had all this shit in the house, man, back in 90 something, bro. I had like some VS 16, 88, Okay. All the niggas with some money had that type of shit.
Right.
But you know, I look back, you know, that's like the same shit Kanye was producing back in the 90s. You know, that was the gear. Right. It was rolling. You know what I mean? That's what you used to record in, dump your tracks.
Right.
You know, and if you had that shit, man, you was shit. Motherfucker thought you was a motherfucker back then. It didn't matter if you was making some good shit or not. Right. But you know, that was back in the era where I didn't know, and I wish I would have known what I know now.
Okay. What would have done different?
Just, you know, I would have learned more engineering back then.
Have you been to any school to learn any of the stuff that you do today?
Yeah, me and my man Side, we went and took some courses. We was young, bro. We was in our 20s. Was at Rose State, but we was taking music engineering.
From Craig.
That's right, Craig White.
Craig White.
Shout out Craig White.
Yeah, White Bros Studio.
Yeah,
right?
so that was the only way we could get to his studio and mix some stuff we was doing. So we always been trying to produce and do some stuff to make it sound good, to know we had to have that quality.
Okay.
But we had to go spend big bread with him
right.
in order to get into his studio, in order to get into his class.
Okay, gotcha.
So we had to get into the class in order to get to the studio.
But no, that's impressive because Craig was.
Man, you couldn't go to that motherfucker,
hey,
man.
He's top notch, dog. I mean,
and I'm sure he got a kick out of our ass. You know what I mean? 'Cause we was young and silly.
Young and wild and free, man.
Yeah, we was.
Craig had the ponytail, man.
We was wild like a motherfucker.
That's
but that's how it go.
That's how it go. So now, when you did go to classes, what did you take up? Engineering or just music production? Or just,
I took a piano.
Okay.
I did try to take up a little piano course, but like I said, it was just rinky-dink shit. Old McDonald type shit.
Wow.
Just kind of letting you place in your hands, but that just wasn't my field. You know, and you know what was crazy about that? Knowing this is when I kind of knew I needed to fuck with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Betty McDonald, man. Betty McMichael, man. She's probably gone on, man.
Okay.
She was older lady then. But shout out to her, man. She seen how I was playing, and she was like, "Yeah, you can already play. You're already advanced." And she like diagnosed how I play, bro. The key, and she told me it's like a Catholic type of situation. Well, I was like, man, this is crazy. I was like, woman, I'm trying to make rap beats. You feel what I'm saying? And she telling me all that, because you know when you first coming up, you always lock in where you're comfortable.
Right.
On your keys and all that. I wasn't trying to progress. If I'd have been, like I said, if I knew what I knew now. But my story is to say that is that she took me from, sitting in the room with motherfuckers on an electric deal.
Right.
Took me to her office and let me get on Cakewalk.
Oh, wow.
Introduced me to Cakewalk.
Cakewalk.
Yeah.
Kerwin, who had the studio.
That boy Kerwin, yeah.
He's the only one, he's the only cat that ran Cakewalk.
Shout out
back in the day.
Kerwin's
still alive?
I don't know, bro.
Man, we got
He's on 16 somewhere.
He was on 16.
On me, my brother knew about it.
Yeah, we went there. I mean, so this is what I'm saying. It's a loose knit community, man. We all have crossed each other's paths in some type of way. We've all dealt with the same type of cats in some type of way. It doesn't make any sense that I just found out who you were almost 2 years ago or a year ago.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, dog. When I've been doing it for 35 years.
That's real.
You see what I'm saying? I should know you.
That's real.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the whole point of us, kind of documenting all of the producers that's in the city, young, old, new, you know what I mean? OG, heavy in the game, long as you're active, I'm coming to speak with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you ain't really too active, then, it's more of a hobbyist, then that's probably not what I'm trying to do. But, cats like you, your resume is so strong, and, I think that there should be some type of documentary of your presence.
Yeah.
We don't want nothing to disappear or nothing to happen, and then we all just have memories.
Yeah.
And it's not nothing that, hey, you should be interviewing. Like, okay, for instance, when the artists go to the radio station, automatic and off top. Now, I'm sure you've got a few invites, but it should be a standard for the radio programmer or the interviewer to go, hey, bring the producer. Without us, the shit don't crack.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, we the last to get thought of. They want to be us. We the last to get paid. Yeah, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But without the music, your shit don't do nothing. Yeah, we're very intrigued and very important part of your production. Who has influenced you in the industry to shape some of the sound of your beats?
Man, so we can go back to, bro, it's crazy, back when 98, bro, when I first got like equipment that was like production equipment.
Okay.
I used to name my beats C-Bo.
Okay.
And shit like that. C-Bo 2. I was into that. Of course, West Coast.
Right, West Coast.
You know how this
so
shit is.
Now, okay, so you said West Coast.
Yeah.
But now you just named C-Bo. That's Bay Area.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you have more of a Oakland style or
I just had like something, I had more of a California situation back then.
Okay, so now Dave, watch this. So I like to think of Oklahoma as like an offshoot of Cali.
Yeah, because that's all I listened to as a kid.
Okay, and so
Dog
I
pound,
think
all that shit.
the two sounds is a little different in Cali from the Oakland and from the Los Angeles, California sound, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And so, to me, the LA has a clean sound, crisp and clean, snapping sound, and then Oakland is a little dirty. It's a little more grimier sound, seems like.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, I'm just in this interview. Just come on through the door.
You got a climb, big dog?
No, this is my partner.
Oh, okay.
He just come shoot through.
Oh, okay. And so, I think, watch this. Tulsa sounds like Oakland.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma City sounds like LA.
That's right. Yeah, sure.
There's a lot of similarities with Los Angeles and Oklahoma City sound.
Yeah.
West Coast wise.
Yeah.
And then Oakland and Tulsa West Coast wise.
Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of the cats from Oakland will come through Tulsa. And that, Sebo and them's been down here, but it seems like they style and they sound fits more for Tulsa, right?
That's right.
But when you come to LA, that's your Snoop, your Dre, your Cube, all of that. It's just nice and crisp.
Yeah.
So when I've heard your shit, and it's nice and crisp. So do you feel that you started with a Bay Area sound and then progressed to a more clean and crisp sound?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And not just by just how the music's been flowing and how just hearing different things.
Okay.
Just it says music is because it's kind of like all that has left.
Okay.
As I've gotten older.
Right.
And I've adapted to what else is out here. Now but back then shit was all more CDs. And so we progressed to those CDs to all internet,
right? To
all streaming, you know what I mean, to be into what's in your face on your phone.
Okay, got you.
So you got to almost damn near think of this shit in order to go back to get that feel,
right? That
you had back then. But that's all I would listen to. That was just all that. Everything that was just out there. Other than, you would hear the Method, Man, the Boot. You would hear all of that. But I liked anything that was good.
That was dope. If it was good. Dope, you was fucking
Yeah, like I said, the vibe. Life is good. You know what I mean?
He's so cool and smooth, man.
Yeah, man, life is good, man.
He said life is good. That's dope.
You want that vibe, man.
Right.
First and foremost.
Let's get into your work ethic, man, because you are like a workhorse for real, man. How many beats do you think that you, on an average, that you knock out in a week?
In a week, man.
Yeah, just like a regular, just like you don't even have to think about it.
Oh yeah, man. In a week, man. I mean, I could do a quick shit, man. I say 12 to 15.
Ooh. See,
I mean, I just depends. We're talking that together. We're talking ideas because if you got the idea. If you got the 16,
right,
you got the ideas, and then you just, and I mean, everybody do their stuff different.
Everybody do it different, but I mean, to me, the ideas is the beat.
It is.
Yeah, and so even if the rapper raps or the singer sing on it, it's still just a skeleton of what you're doing, and you go back and go on and produce it once they the final instrument is the vocals. Correct.
That's right.
And so then you go and if you're allowed to finish up producing, or if that's it, that's it. But 15 beats a week, man, that's pretty average. Yeah, that means that you're active.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That means you're active.
You gotta get them thoughts out, bro. You gotta get them out.
Yeah.
And like I said, it depends if you're talking beats, long, stretched out, everything.
Right.
But like I said, if you just got the thought, you got the beat.
Right.
So I mean, just depend the lane you want to call it in, but it's always there to go.
To mess with, yeah.
Yeah, it's always there to go.
Yeah, so like 2 or 3 beat ideals a day.
Yeah,
and then at the end of the week, right? And at the end of the week, you got about 12 or 15 beats.
Man,
there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, hey, them are the 2-3 a day type shit.
Right.
You're gonna run through that just thinking.
Exactly.
Trying to get it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is your favorite dog? Because I know that not just for you. That's gonna be hard.
Man, I got several.
Because
bro.
listen, I've never met a producer who has more knowledge on software and digital
Come on.
audio
Thank you,
workstations.
brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, because you be turning me on the stuff. I was like, huh? What's that? Hey, Cap, have you heard this? Hey, man. So tell us, man, the different types of DAWs. Which is your favorite? Because I know you don't have one favorite, but what are some of your favorite DAWs that you like to work in?
Shout out to the internet, man.
Okay.
Shit. You know, once your algorithm gets to pumping, man,
Right.
it's always shooting something new out.
Gotcha.
A VST.
Right.
You know, it just jumps in there. But man, my favorite. I mean, bro, I come from, so I thought I would never leave Reason. I started out on some Reasons because I had like a crack version. You know,
Right.
shout out Rick B.
Right.
Rick B turned me on to the first Reason crack version I
Rick
had.
B.
And I was producing out of that, man, for a good little while.
Was that
man.
the 5?
It was that 5,
There
man.
you go.
You know, we saw that Kong in there, bro, that drum machine.
Yeah, it looked like the NPC.
Come on, man, our head was off. Head was cut off. Bro.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on, man.
Yes,
but you know,
sir.
that was my first DAW I ever went in. But now, bro, I've moved over. See, then I wasn't even having a Mac or none of that. You know, I was just like,
whatever I can get my hands on.
yeah, I call it struggle producer.
Okay.
Struggle
Okay.
producer.
That's a good
That means
word.
you ain't got the shit you need, but
Right,
you got.
but you make it
You
work.
got enough to make some noise.
There you go.
Yeah, you can make a little money, but you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, you be kind of like, yeah, I just got to be.
Right.
You said MP3 motherfucker. You just
Right,
MP3 nigga. You know, that's all you do. But you know, but since then, bro, I went through Reasons, man. Finally made it to a Logic.
Okay.
You know, and then Logic just had me turned out for so long. And then, you know, going out to Castle Road, seeing those guys on Ableton and other things, to, you know, to turn me on. And then I turn on to Native Instruments.
Right.
Machine is basically my go-to.
Okay.
That's where the beats got to come from.
Now that's hardware and software.
That's
correct?
hardware and software. Machine,
Okay.
yeah. That shout out Native Instruments, man.
Nice.
That's my go-to for the beats, man. You gotta
Okay.
have that, and then for any other sound, man. I mean, here recently, man. My newest thing is, man. I've dived in fooling with the Pro Tools.
Okay.
The Pro. I mean, every people don't produce out of it. They'll record in it, but a lot of folks is not.
Yeah.
They shooting it over.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is cool. You know, I can do that too. But you can do both.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
You can build, you know, that's what I say. You can come up with all these ideas, 15, 20 beats, a week, and then
Right.
slide these ideas over and just take it over and just build out.
Now, do you use Pro Tools with Machine? I mean,
I do, for sure.
There
for
you
sure.
go. So
yeah,
you
for
just
sure.
go in there
Yeah.
into all your
All your
programs,
VSTs,
yeah,
yeah.
all your VSTs and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I just mainly do the Logic, man. For now, you can do a lot of STEM. See, the game has changed now that you can take stuff out of these songs, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what that's why they come with these remixes,
Right.
and and then I've got some I'll play, bro.
Yeah.
That I'll show you that it's coming along with what's going on right now.
Well, you stay in the mix, man, and you stay on point with all of these different. I'm not a technical type of production or producer, man, but you. I mean, you got your hand on the pulse, and every time I turn around, you introduce me to another VST, another.
Hey, bro, that's what got me all over the damn place. You know, it keep you all over the place, but it keep you young.
Yeah.
It keep you young, and then I thought I would never change. I thought I would never leave the
Right.
West Coast sound.
Right.
You know, because I love that sound. So
Yeah.
that was such a good sound, bro. And but learning other crafts and other genres and pop and EDM. I started dipping into other stuff.
Right.
Just by experience of artists.
Right.
But it was challenging.
Right.
But once you got it, it was really fun.
Right. You expanded, and
Yeah,
that's why
man.
you're still here.
Yeah, man.
I mean, because the growth, right? You know what I
Man.
mean? Because, like you say, I mean, shit, the West Coast shit ain't been in, full blast like it used to be almost 30 years ago.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
And I've had these resurgences in different ways of, Kendricks and your YGs, but it doesn't dominate. Well, nothing dominates now.
No.
Yeah, because there's not one, Clear Channel is not the gatekeepers anymore, which was, 80% of the radio stations, correct?
Right.
And so now, I don't think there will ever be just a one artist who dominates everything anymore.
No,
Yeah.
not with this stream
Nah,
shit.
nah.
That's
It's just too broad.
It's too broad.
It's too broad. So there's not people just marching in one corridor and saying this is what you're going to listen to and this is how you're going to get it, right?
Yeah.
So that's dope right there, man.
Yeah, that's how they doing this. You know what I mean?
When you're making beats, man, do you start with melodies or do you start with drums or what's your process?
Well, it just depends what I'm feeling, man. I mean, like nowadays, a lot of folk is, you know, they drag. I call it drag and drop.
Okay.
You know, it's got a lot, and that's kind of for people that I don't know if you want to say that's for people that don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's just kind of like what's going out here with these apps.
Okay.
You know, you got Splice.
Right.
You got Lander.
Cerrito.
Yeah, you got Serato.
Serato, there
yeah,
you
you
go.
got Serato, you got Lander, you got Splice, you got
Arcade.
You got Arcade, shout out Output.
Yeah.
With the rest of that, you know, and this shit's turned to subscription, and it's all money, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like you got to learn to transpose it, replay it, do something, because it just depends on how you want to go with the loop. You know what I mean? Because good music is music. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And if you can disguise it with your skill, which is what I do,
right?
You just run it. You know what I mean? And you'll never know who done anything. You know, and that's cool.
Yeah.
If that's what you got to do, but some folk don't have. I mean, some folk can just play it. You know, as well as myself.
Right.
And you don't have to. You just need to hear the idea.
Right. Now, are you a sampler?
Man, I used to be heavy into it, but I mean, I'm not against it, man.
Okay.
I'm not against it.
Now, do you prefer to use the loops? And now, since you're using loops, is that what took you away from sampling?
For sure.
Okay. I mean, if you heard something that you like, you're gonna get it. You're gonna chop it up. But
yeah, I mean, but you know, these programs.
As far as digging in the crates, that's not. Really
I mean, the technology won't let you dig in the fucking crate. This stripping shit is gotten gone, bro. You know, I see some shit on the grill. You strip this shit, bro, and then what you need is really right there.
Right.
So what you've got now is electric samplers in your programs. You know what I'm saying? You got the electronic samplers.
Right.
Going to the T, pulling the back. Native Ventures got a sampler.
Right.
I mean, Logic's gonna have a sampler.
Right.
I imagine Pro Tools got a sample, but I don't dip into it like that. But you know, I'm just more Pro Tools of bringing what I've got in, building my beat, playing. You know,
right.
if I'm in Pro Tools, I may be in Logic starting now.
Okay.
I may feel like Machine right now.
Right.
You know, it just depends what I'm feeling.
Okay.
You know, Machine will give you something quick.
Right.
You know, you get something 17 out and just pull out of it, or you know, just depend. But you can also line them samples up in that machine, man, and just to get what you need off.
With so many weapons that you have to choose from to produce and make beats from, I mean, I know you said you have to go to, but I mean, it seems like you have just a vast amount of choices to start. Do you feel like that speeds things up, or could it kind of slow things down for you?
It's both. I mean, sometimes I'm like, man, what I want to go in, what I want to go in. Is this too much? Am I doing? I mean, it could be whatever. It's just whatever the mind, racing around.
So whatever you feeling at that time?
Yeah. I mean, if I need something quick, I want to do this, or I feel like just dropping something in and manipulating it. You know what I mean? Just dragging and stretching the sample or loop or whatever it could be. Or just playing something and coming up with something.
Okay.
But, it could be anything. I mean, I'm not picky on anything. It's just whatever the flow is.
Okay. Now, I've been asking everybody in these interviews, man, when it comes down to the business. Hold on, Ray. He did an interview with me, and he asked me, do you do the business before you do the music? Or do you do the music and then you do the business? And I said to him, you want to get the business out the way. You want to know, like, if you went to a job and they said, okay, you start tomorrow. Well, how much do I make? Oh, I'll tell you that in a week. I'll tell you that at the end of the day. You wouldn't do that.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay, so how do 6 Minutes conduct business when it comes to artists purchasing beats or production or even studio time with you? How does that work with you? Like, I mean, do you get that out the way? Is it split sheets involved, or is it just automatically where you know what it is? And I know you have different situations with different clients, because you just named some industry cats. So it might be a little different on that end right there. Yeah. But just for the cats that's in the city that might not have that industry pool, What is the normal practice of doing business with you?
I mean, you know, always, you know, first foremost, I mean, you got to come in. I mean, maybe you got a budget. I mean, that's the first thing we're gonna start with.
Right.
Is there a budget involved?
Okay.
If there's no budget involved and you just kind of buying it out like a single,
Right.
You know, we get that going, and then, you know, if they plan on, you know, some folk, everybody ain't putting nothing out just because it's gonna get on the internet.
Right.
Not saying you don't want to copyright everything, which is everything is you always on that master.
Right.
But everybody's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
For
Gotcha.
one. So you got to pick and choose what you're dealing with and what your clientele is going to be.
Right.
So if you're in the local lane, you know, whatever it is in the business lane,
Mm-hmm.
it's more you want to lease things.
Okay.
You want to lease it because, you know, you don't want to hang up and keep that beat going. You know, you give them a fair time for it.
Right.
Because music never ages.
Right.
If it's a good song. You know what I mean? Or if it's a good beat.
Right.
It just depends what's going on, how you playing that. But I mean, then you got, like I said, when you're dealing with bigger people, you've got to get other people involved.
Right.
To making sure there's no traps. You know,
Right.
you got to understand.
To make sure there's no traps.
Yeah, you got to know about the mechanicals and all that type. This shit you got to learn about as you go, man. Ain't
Right.
nobody gonna give you no motherfucking worksheet.
That's true.
Multiple choice.
Right.
A, B, and C. This shit.
Right. You ASCAP or BMI?
I'm BMI guy.
Okay.
I'm BMI guy.
Okay. Cool.
And you know, and then you know, a lot of it is business, man. I mean,
Right.
but you know, nowadays a lot of folks want to come in and do what they want to do, and you know, just as long as you protect yourself from the music game, because you never know who, you know, some shit might just go.
You
This is
never
the world
know.
of it. It go viral.
Yeah.
You know, motherfucker throw it on TikTok, it's gone.
It's gone.
So
you
you
don't know.
just protect yourself as a producer,
Right.
you know. But if you dealing with something big, you know, you got to get some folks involved to make all the chains lock in.
Nice.
And you know, lawyers, and you know, I recommend getting you some business lawyers, you know, entertainment lawyers.
Right.
You know, if you're dealing with something of any kind that's got a wave, you know what I mean, that's got a budget, they've got a label. You know, dealing with labels, you just need to be, you know, have your shit together. Yeah, have your shit together.
Yeah.
And know what's to come, you know,
Right.
or what's not to come, you know,
Right.
or whatever you're doing.
If you could work with any producer that's in the industry, that's active, used to be, who would that be?
And then,
In the
if I
industry.
get one guy,
You can get, I give you three.
3 guys.
3 guys.
Shit, man. I'd rock. I mean, the first one I would rock with Dre.
Okay.
That was my heaviest influence.
Okay. Why Dre?
Um,
Which is my.
I don't know. That was just what I like. I like, you know, his beats are always simple,
Right.
and I noticed that you know, he never had too much of a change, but and they always skyrocketed.
Right.
The beat was always something simple,
Right.
You know, but it would always just go, man.
Right. The Sonics
The sonics of
of
man,
Dre
the-
is unmatched.
Man, the simplicity.
Yeah.
That shit was stupid.
He's to me, in my opinion, he's a better engineer than he is a producer.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you know, young, I didn't know what he done.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
you find more information out, and what,
Right.
and that shit don't matter either. His
Exactly.
name is on it, so
Yeah.
I like it.
Right.
Fuck it. I can't shout out to all the folk that may not got credit, and shout out to them they got credit. But,
Right.
you know, his name is on it, man. That's all I got to go by, and that's what I got to listen to back then.
Exactly.
You don't get all that information back then.
Right.
Now you do.
There
So
you
it's
go.
cool.
Give me 2 more.
Yeah, I would go, shit, man.
Come on.
I gotta get about from this. There's so many people that's connected to him.
Okay.
But you know, so we already know everybody that's connected to him. That whole situation,
Okay.
that whole death row shit. But then I'd step out of my zone and I would Timberland, man. Timberland got some dumb shit. Just because I would say Timberland, man, because the beats he's laying out that once you got that, man, it don't. I mean, I ain't saying it matters what's on top, but what he's gonna put on top is gonna blow you away too. Even a lot of that, you know, older stuff of that. And see, that's my older version. Then I would go to Pharrell. That's it. But right now, with this game, bro, it's so many. I would, you know, I like Metro Boomin. I like, bro. I like.
It's a gang of them.
Man, there's too many.
It's
Pierre. I like Pierre, man.
Bink.
I like,
Bink is tight.
Bink. I like the boys, the Vendigar boys.
Oh, man.
Cardi
The
B's
Mechanics.
camp.
The Mechanics.
The Mechanics is stupid,
they
bro.
stupid. Yeah,
they silly, man.
Do you think, now this is your opinion, do you think that Timbaland is fucking up his legacy? with the current, with the past events that happened with him, with the AI, with him taking the producer from TikTok's beat and regurgitating it and saying that it's his. Do you think that? Yeah. Do you think that if you had a dope ass track record, why would you fuck it up? I mean, how do you feel about that? Because he's clearly in the top 10 producers of all time, hip hop.
So let me get this right. So you say he took a track from somebody.
Okay.
And he's monetizing money on.
He said it was his, and then everybody was like, "No, that's such and such track." Yeah, that's such and such track.
I mean, man,
he was like, "Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it is." And then he was taking submissions from artists. Yeah. For a whole year, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sign somebody." He was flying people out.
Thing he had that beat club.
Exactly. Yeah,
beat club shit.
This is after beat club. Okay, so he's flying people, and then working with him and stuff. And then he goes, "Okay, I decided who I'm gonna sign. I'm gonna sign my first AI artist." and people got pissed and shit, right? Because he didn't get a human. Somebody human thought that they was gonna get signed by him, but he did.
That's a piece of work. God, dog.
Yeah, he signed I mean, he's always been ahead of his time doing certain things, but I just think that the way you move can really fuck up some of your legacy. You know what I mean? So you just have to be kind of, careful and kind of take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to harp on that too much, but Pharrell, why Pharrell? Who's been in the game since now? Teddy Riley.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
We talking about Rump Shaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how long.
Yeah. That's another guy that's come out. Look how long it took him to break out and break away, man. Man, you just got, and that's another reason I knew he produced that and did some other things. So that's what kind of these are people I've always followed. You know?
But I see. Do you feel like what you listen to is what you create?
It can be. Okay. It's what you become part of.
There you go.
Sometimes.
Right.
If you don't, but once you come wide open with it and you can do anything,
right.
And I think that's where it comes from, being wide open to be able to do that is crazy.
Right. To
get your mind in that space.
Okay.
Because all that stuff will lock you in different, man.
Right.
I mean, some of it's, especially nowadays. I mean, like you got this, I don't know what you call it, fucking pain. You got this pain music. You got, feel good music.
Right.
You've got
drill.
You got the drill.
Yeah, still got the trap.
You got the plug and B still sliding through around. So to be able to identify and lock in with these brands of different, music styles, it can be a motherfucker right now. So, but with all this technology, man, you just need a little pull up, and then once you can, now you can just get a whiff of hearing what it is,
right? And
then you come up with your own thing.
There you go.
Back in the day, somebody tell you that shit, and you be like, "Yo, bro, I need this." You be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Right.
But you got technology now to to pull it up.
So advanced now.
So advanced.
Man, let's get into the creation part of you actually. Now it's on you. If you want to revisit a beat and then show us the breakdown of the beat, or if you just want to craft something in front of us. Now I know sometimes putting people on the spot, it can make you not reach for, I don't know. But it's on you, however you want to do it. You know what I mean? I just, really want, people to see, the genius and the talent that 6 Minutes displays when he's working.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. And so if we can get, some footage of you creating the beat, it don't have to be the whole thing, but just kind of give us a process of how you really start your ideals, and then man, we'll be done.
Let's do that.
Let's get it.
It's you got a pause?
Huh?
You got a pause on there?
I ain't got a pause. I'll just edit it out. All this shit, yeah, I edit it out. Yeah.
But I need to let that boy in, I think.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was pulling in.
Mm-hmm. Big baby.
Right now, man, I'm kind of Pro Tools. That's what we need right there, Sean.
Mm-hmm. What's your time when you what's your average time of when you creating a lead idea?
5-6 minutes, man. I mean,
how did you get the name 6 Minutes? Is that why you got the name 6 Minutes? You make
I mean,
the beat in
it's a
6
little bit of
minutes?
that. Then I got some east side shit going on with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
And,
okay,
it's a lot of shit.
okay. It's a combination.
Yeah, but definitely some of that. You know, I definitely that's some of it in there.
Okay.
Definitely come up with something 6 minutes, man, pretty quick and. Let's say. Let's get in this machine, man. So we can
That's your
see what the
thing right there.
machine wanna do. Yeah, man, the machine always do this.
Now you have the board.
Yeah, I got the board, I got the, you know. I got the board, the whole thing. That boy T. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. You doing all right?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's my man Cap right there, man. Why I can't get this master to me right? It must have probably been. Let's see what we got here. That's kind of like some. I mean, this is something I got, but I'm gonna do something with it. But I'm gonna come with my own. But I'm gonna keep this kit. But
Now, did you make this kit?
yeah, I made this kit. But this is what I came up with a little something. But I'm gonna do something different. But this is what I was rocking with about. This is 9/19. So this is about a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
But we'll see. Let's see what I have going on. Bro. Let's see.
Can you solo with that and play that for me? Now that's you playing the live, right? You playing? That's you playing.
Yeah,
live?
that's me. That's all me.
That bass is sick. So what we got? A move or what is that?
That's like a 3-octave sub. So it's, you know, I'm sure we can pull some of it out, pull some out, but it's like 3 of them together. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's growling right there. Wow. Yeah, that's dope.
So, you know, I'm on going to, let me see, boom. So I'm just going, let's say I'm just on some key glocks here. Let me see. So my vibe is kind of like that tempo for the night.
Okay.
Like
So that's, what's that tempo? 88,
like
89?
That's like a 155
What?
right there. Yeah, that's like
Well, you double timed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember where it was. It's just, you know, let me do this. I got away.
Now I know you got your favorites in here when you messing with native instruments, right?
Yeah, I mean I do to a degree, man. But you know, in this case, I mean it's whatever you feeling, you know.
Right.
With this one, I ain't like I said right now with us doing what we're doing, and I like the live feel. I'm not finding what I want, but I'll figure it out. Like I said, you just make some shit work.
Right.
We're just getting ideas out, man.
Right.
It's kind of what it's doing.
Now, when you doing ideas, are we doing 4 bars? Or we doing 8?
I mean, I do 5/8, stretch it. You know, if I feel like I need to do more.
Whoa, stop! What did you just say?
I do 5/8. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Why did you say 5?
I mean, because some of them you got to look back over. You know what I mean? You got to go over for you to get to 4.
Yeah. But when I say 4 bars, we go to 5, and so to loop back over. Okay, I'm finna say.
So I'm gonna do an 8, a 4.
Oh, it's like 6 minutes now. I ain't never heard nobody do a 5-bar beat, dog. Man, come on with it, man. Yeah, there you go.
You hear me?
Yeah, set me straight, man.
All right, let's see what we got. That's what I'm feeling, so I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, no, that's dope. That's
So I'm just gonna so we gonna
sick.
I'm gonna need, we're gonna do see what we do. Here we go.
was sick. Look at him showing out, y'all.
I gotta put that back. That ain't what I'm. Let's see that. Let's see what
Showing
I'm
out
getting.
on that motherfucker. Get him 6 minutes.
Oh, let me go back, man. We wanna be right. We wanna be right, man. On this shit. Let me see. I felt we missed a beat now.
Hey, that's it. We done.